So it's a bit dated, as you all can see, and time is not always kind.
No, it's
Uh,
timeless. It's timeless.
it's timeless. Oh, come on.
Oh, you look younger, Harry.
Well, yeah, yeah.
You look
Well,
and sound just the same to me.
right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Gordie, of course, he never went back to prison, and he died suddenly of a heart attack. I think what 3 4 years ago, and now Gordie is buried up with in the Catholic cemetery, Holy Cross Cemetery. He's there right with all the bishops and the princes of the church there. I love it. So here we're going to go into a breakout just to share your reactions in a small group to the video about Dismas and Gordie's story. What did you think? And did any questions emerge for you? So
Mary?
yeah.
Yeah. So I was wondering. So have there been any more ex-offenders that have reached out to ask to be baptized by you?
Yeah, we baptized another fellow, Neil, who's long time in as well. He's now living out in Calgary. Stays in touch, but he had a long and a rough history. But he also we had a service for him. But it's not something that we are necessarily encouraging, in Dismas.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's if again as people want that. Okay, so Sue, lead us into the breakout rooms.
Okay, so I'm just finishing that up right now. And we're okay. And how much time did we want? 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Okay. So as soon as you get into the room, I think almost everybody knows each other, but we got a couple new people. Just take a second to introduce yourselves, if you would, and then just share your reactions to the story. And I'll give you 60 seconds notice to come back again. Alrighty.
You'll probably want to put your video on too.
Yes. Good point.
So thanks for all that you do. You do a great job. Thank you.
Great.
Oh, who's this stranger?
I don't know.
Here we are.
Oh, boy.
Two strangers.
And Laura. Yeah. So that's your thoughts.
Yeah,
Your thoughts.
I just realized it was Rick McInnes-Ray that did it because I
Yeah.
knew the voice because I've worked with him. And,
Oh, you remembered the voice, eh?
oh, yeah. Well, I had 35 years at the Corps, so.
Sure. Yeah.
What show was that on?
Well, it was a series put together by Primitive Entertainments. Robert Sandler did it, and they had it broadcasted on
on
Vision TV.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
it's also still online on YouTube. You can catch the whole thing. And the first part of the thing was about circles of support in its beginning. So they followed me around, and it's a half hour documentary.
Yeah.
And
Oh, cool.
it followed around, and they did this series on clergy, people who were doing things outside the church mainly. One was a minister who was a surfing minister. Another was someone who's got digging wells in Kenya or somewhere. That sort of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. What's your reaction to the thing? A lot of the folks in that video have since died. Like Gordie and just a number of them. Did you remember any of the people there? Did you know them?
It was nice to see Jan.
Wasn't
I
it?
saw
Yeah.
Jan in there. I was like, look at her.
Yeah, I think they mostly predate me.
Yeah, they would. That
And-
thing is done in 2007.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I think was it? Yeah, 2007, 2008. I think that's when it was.
Is
Yeah,
that Dave Blow that shared his story?
yeah.
That
Dave
was
shared
Dave?
his
Okay.
shared his family's story. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
that's good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good little introduction, and I like how it explained how Dismas kind of works and what goes on in a meeting, and it definitely showed the social inclusion and the I mean, that's the thing that blew me away too, was the meal. My first Christmas meeting I went to, I couldn't believe I was getting like chicken and potatoes and rice, and like everything was just a full-blown meal and dessert, and that blew me away. I'm like, wow, this is like a $20 meal in front of me. I just couldn't believe it. So, but yeah, more than anything is the social inclusion. I just felt really welcomed. I felt really, it was easy to share to people my story and whatnot. And I really enjoyed the singing and the circle. I know the video didn't really do much about the singing, but I feel that's one thing when I was at OCI, I be able to sing these songs back in church. It really, I don't know what it did to my soul. It just made me feel really good. And I think that's one of the key things in Dismas is being able to sing songs and just have that good feeling. You just feel connected to your soul again. So,
you know, Trevor, they didn't include the music in that video, and it's too bad, because I agree with you. It's kind of essential, and especially when you go to a worship service in the chapel in prison, you know, it's just the singing there. There's something from the heart that's just different than. You know,
and the guys have their favorites, because like I'd never sung before in my life, but one concert when I was in university, but I decided to join the choir because I hadn't sung before, and I was in it and part of the organization of it the whole time I was at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So and I have a whole whack of the songs that we sang, and there's a ton of them, like in actually, and many of them with chords as well. But it'd be really nice to have something electronic that we could share for those songs, because the guy, I could tell the guys. I was in, at the time we had a band as well as a choir, and the band was more than the choir even.
Right.
And it was a big fractious problem for Susan Gilger, the chaplain at the time. And she was my favorite person in my whole experience there, and she's absolutely wonderful. Oh yeah, shit. Sorry. I see a countdown and I can't.
I will just say quickly, one of the things that struck me about the video, at one point they're like, and Gordie was about to surprise Harry or something like that. I was like, they better not be setting us up and making him seem like a bad guy, like whatever. And I was like, oh, the surprise is that he stayed out for a year and that it was actually a really redemptive surprise. And I was really happy about that. But it was interesting. I got so defensive of him so quick. I'm like, those TV guys, they better not be setting him up.
Well, I'm
but
one
it was
of them.
beautiful.
Well, Gordie was an amazing man, and he had a real struggle on the street. He was in for so long, but then he inspired he inspired so many people just with telling his story. I still miss him.
The computers are stupid.
Yeah, they sure are.
Aww.
Not alone anymore.
Man, that was a fast 5 minutes.
that was.
Yes, well, it does.
Sorry, was it too fast?
No, I was having
it was
my
5
internet
minutes.
is unstable or something. I couldn't get in right away, and then
Okay.
I finally.
Everybody is saying that. Is it something I'm doing? We'll have to debrief after.
No.
Okay.
I normally have problems, and I got in right away this time.
Yeah. Well, should we each group, maybe people can respond what they felt, just very briefly. From our group, Laura had an interesting insight. Tell that insight about Gordie as you were watching that.
So one of the things that I didn't even realize I would feel was that the narrator guy, whoever he is, he's talking and he's like, and what did he say? Gordie was about to really surprise Harry. And I was just like, they better not be setting this guy up. Like, and then he got in big trouble and see, look at how bad people like, I was already like just mad in advance. And I was like, oh, cool. The surprise is a good surprise. This is excellent.
Any other groups want to comment?
Go ahead, Paul. Your hand was up. Nope. Okay. We noticed, we recognized, and everybody agreed with and shared that the interpersonal connection that was shown in the video was it appeared to be very contributed to the relationship within the group and of the ex-offenders and the volunteers that were there. Yeah. And I guess that's all. Is the relationship that develops when you're face to face.
It takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does take time. Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about in a few minutes here. Any other groups? What other groups? Sue, who was in your group? Who's reporting from your group?
Me, I was just trying to get people in. And you know what, Harry, I clearly don't have a clue what I'm doing here. Because can you see me or can you just see? I can't figure out how to stop the share. And I can't see you guys.
We can see you.
We see you.
Oh my gosh. All I see.
You're there, honey. You're there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, people were getting cut out, so I was moving people. Then I left Ryan by himself. So all I did was manage breakout rooms, and I didn't hear anything.
Oh, you didn't hear.
But I had nice chats with the people that were lost and out of their rooms.
Well, Ryan, did you have a good discussion with yourself?
I was brainstorming. I was getting the heat going. It was good.
Yes, Harry will have to give you a seminar soon.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh my gosh! No. I really thought this was so easy. I've obviously never done this part before. I'm just the critic on the outside, and I take everything back that I ever said before.
No problem. Anybody else from the groups? Ria, whose group were you in? Or were you wandering around in the wilderness out there?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was with Kathy and Ron, and Ryan joined us a bit later, and Julianne was in the group too, and Andrew. We talked a lot about interpersonal connections, and Julianne also identified that she's now able to join because it's virtual, so.
Yeah. Anybody else want to contribute before we go to our next?
I didn't get to share this with the group because we got booted out, but I think one thing I did say I was happy that my video was off during it, because I've seen that I think it's from the documentary, right? It's a longer
it is a longer documentary.
And just some of the folks that were in there, so it was a little bit emotional to watch. But when Gordie said about when he said about how before he didn't think there'd be anybody at his funeral, and now he knew there would be, that is, I know, Harry, you and I remember we did a funeral for a guy once, and we were the only people there. There was one other resident who came. And I can tell you, before coming and working in prison ministry, it never even occurred to me that would be somebody's reality. I was always surrounded by family and friends, more family and friends sometimes than I care to be surrounded by. And just to think that there are a lot of people who feel like nobody would be at their funeral is, not to be a downer, but
we did Gordie's funeral at Dismas, and we had a meal. It was a regular Dismas. The place was jammed. His family was there too, and his ashes. And we told stories and celebrated, and we sang "Remember Me," and it was just a very powerful time, really, of community. And his sisters couldn't believe that he had this many friends who loved him. He was an amazing person. Well, shall we continue on?